Good day. Our topic for today is about material or economic self. This is Donna Leah P. Bendia, and I am going to discuss this topic. Let us start with this quotation. Too many people buy things they don't need with the money they don't have, trying to impress people they don't even like. So, do you agree or do you not agree with this statement? Okay. Actually, in my part, I agree. That's the reason why I include it here in our discussion. Most of the times, we buy things impulsively, okay, without even thinking if it is important or not, if it is just part of our luxury and not part of our needs, okay? So, what is the main reason? Because we are trying to impress other people, okay, whom we do not like, okay, with the money that we do not have, and sometimes we actually have loan or use our credit card in order to buy those kind of things just for us to impress other people. Okay? Now, our topic is about materialism, being materialistic. Let us define the term first, materialism. Okay? So, it refers either to the simple preoccupation with the material world as opposed to intellectual or spiritual concepts, or to the theory that physical matter is all there is. Okay? So, if you are preoccupied with all those things that money can buy, most probably, okay, you're practicing materialism. Okay? As a philosophy, it is held by those who maintain that existence is explainable solely in material terms with no accounting of spirit or consciousness. And there is actually a decade in the United States which is known to be the decade of materialism. Okay, so there are different signs of materialism, and it could include self-absorption to the exclusion of others and a desire for immediate gratification. With the history of materialism, okay, according to Frank Trentmann, in 1512, the Venetian Senate ruled that no more than 6 forks and 6 spoons could be given as wedding gifts, and no gilded chests or mirrors at all. They are already trying to stop being too much materialistic during this time in 1512, and even in the 18th century, especially in Württemberg, Germany, okay, wherein women were fined a month's pay, or they could be thrown into the jail if they sport their fashionable neckerchief. Okay, and one of the philosophers who actually warned how luxury brought inequality at home and slavery in the New World is known as John Jacques Rousseau. Okay, uh, in continuation with the history of materialism, in the West, material self was not all that groundbreaking. Okay, so there are religion that has been mentioned, such as Shinto and Buddhism, which actually envision a flow between spirits and objects, and things can take on divine qualities. Okay, as a Roman Catholic, there are actually some beliefs and practices that are discriminated by other religion. Okay, and it includes the the what do you call this, the representation, okay, of our faith, which is actually the images, okay, the statue of our saints, okay, of Jesus Christ, of the Virgin Mary, and the like. Okay, we also have other material objects, like for example the crucifix, the Holy Rosary. When we are trying to worship, okay, most of the times we hold the hand of the statues, we kiss them, okay, we caress our handkerchief, okay. But then, according to others who discriminate this, we are actually, or literally, giving meaning to that we are worshiping the material things itself, the object itself, the wood itself, and so on and so forth. Okay? But then, in justification with our religion and with our faith, this is not a literal, this doesn't have a literal meaning or understanding. Okay? So those statues, those images, pictures, okay, are actually the representation of God and the representation of our faith. This is known as symbolism. Okay, so we are not literally kissing. So as I have said, we are not literally kissing or actually worshiping the object itself, but it's actually a kind of symbolism. Okay, our symbol and our representation of faith to the Lord. So there is another term here which is known as conspicuous consumption. So this is the unproductive use of wealth. Okay, so this is actually meant to criticize how new elite use richly decorated homes and expensive dress, okay, wives to cement their social status. Okay, so conspicuous consumption is actually termed or coined by Thorstein Veblen in the book that he has written, which is entitled Theory of the Leisure Classes. So this is an attack to the rich people, the new rich people of America during the 1890s. Okay. So this is the sample of the book of Thorstein Veblen entitled The Theory of the Leisure Class. So in continuation with the material self. Okay, so this is according to William James. According to him, material self is actually constituted by our bodies, clothes, immediate family, and home. So those things that are tangible, okay, those things that we can touch, we can feel, we can see. Okay, so they are the components of the material self. Okay, and according to William James, the more investment, or I mean the more attachment that we give to this kind of object, it is also proportionally directed with the investment that we give to them. Okay, so and the more we become attached to this kind of material things, investment. Okay, now we have here Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay, so you are familiar with this. Okay, it uses the principle that we are motivated to achieve certain needs take precedence over others. As you can see from the pyramid here, okay, so the physiological need, as the need in the bottom, is actually the first need that we have to satisfy first before we level up to the next, which is safety. Okay, which actually include our career, our home, okay, our security. And then after we satisfy that, we can now proceed to love and belonging. Okay, our relationship with our family, friends, acquaintances. Okay, and then we can proceed to the second to the top, which is the esteem needs. Okay, self-recognition, right? Okay, giving confidence or boosting our confidence with those recognitions and what do you call this, recognitions and also appreciation from other people based on our achievements. And on the top is self-actualization, wherein there is already a realization on what are the things that could really make you happy as a person. Okay, what are the things that you don't need anymore. Okay, and giving more priority to more important things in life. Influencing self-well-being, materialism, and self-esteem. So our initial state of how we enter a buying experience is very important. If we have low self-esteem, our body image issues or suffering, okay, from depression affects our purchasing behavior. So according to some studies, if we are feeling some kind of down or depressed, right, there is a tendency for us to buy more things or purchase more things. Okay, because somehow we feel like that it could lighten up our emotion or our mood. Influencing self-well-being, materialism, and self-esteem, continuation. So our perception of luxury is derived from our social status, money, how we raised, family values, culture, social class, etc. Okay? Each individual has a slight different view on what luxury is and what makes us feel worth it. So we have our own orientation based on how we are raised by our family, okay, and also by our socioeconomic status. Okay, so both ego and insecurity drive us to purchase. It just depends from what emotional state you start your shopping journey from. Okay, so as I have said, if you feel like there is a decrease ego, and there is an insecurity, okay, which actually drive you to shop more or to buy more things that you don't need, then you must redirect, or you must divert your psychology of materialism and why it's making you unhappy. So our entire economic system buy things. Everybody buy. It doesn't matter what you buy, you just buy. Buy like you breathe. But the real question is, can money really buy happiness? Okay. So if you're gonna think of it, okay, when you buy something that you really like, let's not be hypocrite here, okay? We become happy, right? We become happy for a moment. Okay? So you are excited, you're happy to use your new gadget, your new cell phone, your new laptop, or whatever it is. Okay? But the thing is, after maybe a month or two, you're not that happy anymore. It is because it can buy happiness for a short period of time, or it depends on how you value what you bought. Okay? But money cannot buy other things or other abstract things in life. Okay? For example, money cannot buy satisfaction. Money cannot buy time, respect, love, okay, effort from other people. So other people would like to expect something, okay, that is not actually a material thing or a tangible thing. So those kind of needs by other people may not be bought by happiness, right? So money can buy happiness temporarily, okay, but there are still other things in life that is more important, okay, and we have to give priority on that also, okay, especially that if we would like to enjoy our life to the fullest. So you have to give much deal to other things that money cannot buy, okay. So it's not all about the money, all right. So there are six facts in psychology of consumption. Number one, consumer culture may be harming individual well-being, especially if other people give too much priority to money. Okay, so it could really harm the well-being of a person. Number two, material values are linked to type A behavior. So there are two types of personality according to one of the personality test, which is type A and type B behavior. If you have a type A behavior, it means that you are some kind of impulsive. You're the kind of person who think fast. You're always excited. Okay, and you think fast, you talk fast, and you eat fast. Okay, so being impulsive, being too much excited, this is actually linked to being more materialistic. Okay, so and contrary to that, the type B personality or the type B behavior, these are the people who actually um, have the tendency to think 100 times, 10 times before they make a decision. So when they are trying to buy something, they are going to assess and evaluate if they really need it or not. Okay, that's the reason why the type A behavior, who are the impulsive buyer, have a more linkage to being materialistic. Okay. Number three, money can't really buy you happiness. So this is what I have told you from the previous slide. Okay. Number four, materialism could ruin your relationship, especially if in the relationship the love language is about the money. Okay. So you actually appreciate or evaluate the love of your partner based on the money that are being spent to you, based from the gifts that are being given to you. So it could really ruin your relationship. Number five, consumer cultures may breed narcissistic personality. So especially for those people who think that they are superior among other people because they are rich, they are wealthy. So it could really breed narcissistic personality. And then consumerism is fueled by insecurity and remedied by mindfulness. Most of the times we try to compare ourselves with other people with regard to the properties or to the money that they have. So this can really fuel insecurity. So what will happen? We will try to compensate with those that we are lacking of with those things that we would like to buy. Okay? So how are we going to deal with this kind of insecurity? So we should always be mindful with our thinking, with our impulses, and with those things that we are buying. Okay. Okay. Next, materialism and self-indulgences, self-gift giving. Okay. So according to Mick and Demos, okay, self-gifts are personally symbolic self-communication through special indulgences that tend to be premeditated and highly context-bound. So this is the technical definition of self-gift. But if we are going to define it in layman's term, self-gift is our self-reward for something that we have achieved, right? Okay. For Schwartz, give it is a gift to oneself, okay, that are nutrients for emotional health when a person is devoid of satisfying interpersonal relations. Okay, so according to this text, self gifts they are manifestation of materialism. Okay, materialism has been associated with self-centeredness. Materialists tend to utilize possession in self-definition. Materialists believe that happiness can be gained from purchase and consumption. Okay, so this is the negative side of the self-gift. But then I beg to disagree because sometimes we can actually give ourselves a self-gift which is not too expensive, or we can give ourselves a self-gift that we don't need to buy anymore. It doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to be you're gonna spend a lot of money on it. Okay, let's say for example you have achieved something. Okay, so you're going to give yourself a self-gift or self-reward. So it could be like additional hours of sleep. Okay, eating more nutritious food. So those are also considered to be self gifts, but they are not that expensive. Okay, so a moment of self compassion can change your entire day. A string of such moments can change the course of your life. That is according to Christopher Germer. Okay, so these are the tips for a less materialistic lifestyle. Number one, you are not the things that you own. So you are not defined by your properties, by the amount of money that you have in the bank, but you are defined with how you treat other people with kindness, okay, and consideration. Number two, relationships are about doing and not having. So you do not measure the love of other people, okay, in a certain relationship with the money that they spend to you, but you measure it with the respect, with the love, with the care, with the effort that are being spent to you as their partner. Okay. Number three, create a system of goals and challenges. So if you try to challenge yourself and you try to set goals, then you will learn to appreciate the money that you're gonna earn from it. Okay, you're gonna appreciate better on how you're gonna spend it. Number four, serve. So if you are serving other people, it doesn't have to be about the money all the time. Okay? So when you are serving, make sure that there is a passion, there is an advocacy, okay, that is actually motivating you and inspiring you to do your best, not only because of the money that you're gonna get from it. Number five, trash it. If you don't need it anymore, then trash it. So actually, you can also sell it. Like for example, you can have a garage sale, assess or evaluate the things that you don't need anymore, and then you try to let it go. Number six, see wealth as a challenge and not as a result. Okay, so as I have said earlier, make it a challenge, make it something that you would really work hard for it. Okay, so that you will be able to appreciate better the result of your hard work. Number seven, experience over objects. If you're gonna spend your money on something, okay, it's better if you're gonna spend it over experience or something that could be experiential, okay, over objects. Objects might after some time it might be broken. You will not be able to use it anymore. But experience can teach you a lot, and the memories will remain there forever. Number eight, build intangible assets. Okay, so it's not only about financial investment. You can also have emotional investment to the right people. make sure that they are the right people, because at the end of the day, they will still be the one who will stay beside you. And so make sure that they are the right people whom you are giving your emotional investment with. Number 9, use money to free, not chain yourself. Okay, so in other words, do not chain yourself to the money that you are earning. And even okay, so as I have said, it might manipulate you, it might control you. Okay, and number 10, go basic. So be simple. Being simple will actually make you appreciate the simple things in life, being a minimalist. Okay, number 11, avoid the status game. So you don't have to compete with anyone, you just have to compete with your old self to become a better person that you are right now. Okay, number 12, judge yourself by your ethics and your understanding. Okay? So, do not judge other people. Do not judge yourself by how much money do you have. Okay? So, your values, your morality are actually more important than those. Number 13, let go. Let go of the person that is actually hurting you. Okay, let go of the things that you don't need anymore. Let go of the situation that is actually making you miserable. So learn to let go. Okay? And number 14, you cannot take it with you. Everyone of us will die. Okay? And those money, those properties that we have will remain here on earth. And you cannot bring it wherever we're gonna go. Okay? So, you do not have to be a slave of money. All right, so that's all, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please direct a message to me in psicologista.files@gmail.com. Thank you.